Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. 13 Ford Focus, 12 or 13, don't matter, it's the same difference. 2 liter, coolant leak. Let's see what we got. Find an appropriate plug for it. We're going to have it anyway. Didn't take very long. And I'm on the wrong side. I don't know what I was thinking. Apparently I wasn't thinking. Let's see, where am I going to put you? Let's see. Let's see. Get you up in that area right in there. So, yeah, I sure did. I put the hood prop in the wrong area. So, I see, but I don't see. I guess we all heard that. And surely what I thought I saw is not what I'm seeing. I can't get you in here, guys. Alright, there it is. Okay, this here block, that's got all the hoses and everything. That's what we're going after. And it looks like I'm not going to mess around. I'm not going to mess around with this right here. I'm not. Go ahead and show you or point to it. It's down there. Down there. Like I said, I'm not going to jack around with this. I'm just going to start pulling some stuff off of here. I don't care what service information says. I honestly don't give a hoot. We're going to move some stuff so I can see and work on this. I'm going to leave you over here. I thought it was loose, which it was. One more clip over here. Right off the bat, I want to get them 2 hoses off. That's pretty darn pitiful when you consider the hoses do better than the plastic they put on them. It does. In typical Ford fashion, I know that snorkel can come undone. I know that can come out of here, and I know that can come out of here. So careful, that's got the mass airflow in it, so be a little bit careful with it. I guess you could see what I'm doing here. the hoses. He put water in it, so careful with that one. Those tend to break. I will pre-warn you. That is not a very good design. These pliers here are a very poor choice. You really should not be pulling on this hose because it's plastic. I don't even like bending them things. That's busted right there. I'd love to get it out of the way, but I don't know that. Yep, it did unclip very easily. Actually, that's kind of a surprise, because that normally does not unclip easily. With the connector. Get this rigmarole out of the way. I don't know if this pressure sensor's got the lock on it or not. Well, it's not in the way, so we don't have to worry about that. Got the plug-in for the temp sensor in the back. Also doesn't have a tab on it. It's not a Virgin. Well, I thought I'm seeing it correctly, but apparently I'm not seeing it because I didn't do it any good. Unclip it. I may have been wrong in my assumption on how that comes apart, but no, it wasn't on it real good. So, temp sensor, and you got the hose in the back. In case anybody doesn't follow the channel yet, or doesn't follow the channel, those are my Lyles. I like them. I like these pliers a lot. They come in pretty handy for me. In case you're wondering what I'm doing with these hooks, I'm going around, I'm kind of going underneath the rubber hose and kind of going around in a circle, and normally that loosens it up just like that, so we don't have a problem getting everything off. I might have to undo the bracket, I don't know to what. No, we do not. Try a 2-inch extension and maybe get the right sockets, 8 mil. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I was looking at the battery light and dropped the bolt. Age of plastic, folks. Age of plastic. Got to love that plastic. And one more in the back. These are actually easy to get to as long as you know where they're at. One more over here. Alright, so what I was going to say, I'm investigating what happened. So the one hose underneath, and make sure you can see this. Let me see. Yeah, you can see that. Alright, hold your horse just a second. I got a nasty little cut on my thumb and I don't like it. It seems like everything you touch when you got to cut something like that, it ends up in that same spot. So, that being said, what I was going to say, this hose on the bottom here, note the location. Obviously you can't get to it real good when you have it mounted. So this one is the last one, but note the location of it. So we're gonna want to put this back just the same way it is right now. I want to remember that the green stripes right here are kind of just off, all angled off just a little bit. I'm going to remember that, and that should get me going. Again, here we're locked in. Maybe I can do this. That's amazing what that tool does. So anybody that doesn't have one of a set of these tools, go ahead and get you one. Them things are really helpful. So let's get you zoomed all the way out. So the problem here is the seal actually blowed up, but that's not the entire problem. Some of the problem is that plastic over here that holds the seal in place, that edge right there, it's broken away. All right, so that's our problem. So a new seal, although this seal here is messed up, oop, I'm not in the camera, although that seal is messed up like this, it will not hold in this housing. This is, like I said, it's broken away and it will not hold. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the extent of that one. And then this one here comes undone. You will need a new O-ring, so be sure that when you replace this, keep your clip. It may come with it, I don't know. But anyway, make sure that you replace this O-ring. Very important. Other than that, well, I'm ready to pause it and see if we can get that part. All right, now, everybody knows Dorman is not my favorite. Some of the stuff they got is great. And the reason I say that is, in particularly, on some of this type of stuff right here, like for the Chryslers, the problem with the plastic fitting up top that always cracked. They've been remaking some of these in aluminum. I don't know that they make this one in aluminum, but it's worth checking into. The problem solvers, they do have some good parts every now and then, and that is definitely an improvement if you can find that in a cast aluminum. So, two things right off the bat. Comes with temp sensor. This is what the bottom, can you see it? I don't know. This is what the bottom looks like, a little bit of light in the situation. So you see that it does have a rim in it, around it. They did modify it, make it a little bit heavier. So this pattern matches up. This is not available in aluminum, by the way. Now, let me tell you this. O'Reilly is the only one in town that has it. So it's a Dorman. Of course, we don't discuss that. But what you don't know is this is your Dorman number. Now, that might come in handy when you're looking for this, because I did a search on my end. Of course, I didn't do a search on the standard customer side, but when I did a search for this, it does not come up. It doesn't show it. It shows Murray, which is not in stock, but the Dorman never showed up. I actually crossed the number someplace else and come up with a Dorman part, and I put the Dorman number in O'Reilly, and then I seen it was actually in stock down there. So I figured I'd throw that in there. That could be important. In case you can't find that part, there you go. You got your part number, so you don't have to look around for the number like I just did. Sometimes this kind of stuff right here, looking for numbers and all that good stuff, unfortunately, it takes the same amount of time it does to look something up than what it does to put it back on. Of course, this is wide open here on the bottom, so that's a good thing, because if you remember, I just dropped that bolt a while ago. So, also, remember we discussed on the hose, the way this has to sit on there. As you can't get to that part of it, we decided that was sitting spots like so. Well, that should put us lined up pretty close, and it is. The hose in the back is relatively easy to put on, so not going to fiddle around with that one. in the sliced in heaven. Man, I'm still missing a bolt. There we go. Thought I was still missing a bolt there. Telling you, if you want torque specs for the bolts, you're gonna have to look them up. Use common sense. This is plastic, not metal. Although it has a metal spacer in it, I'm well aware. No, nobody has to spout in there. It's got a metal sleeve on it. Yep, I know it's got a metal sleeve, and yes, you can still crack the plastic because that bolt can swell that metal to the point where the plastic breaks. Just to be clear on this. That's more than tight enough. That's all I'm going to do. Anything after that is going to be silly. I took care of that. Get this hose clamp slip back on. I didn't mean to do that. No, holy moly, I locked her in there. Let's redo that right quick. Try to get that fairly straight on there. And no, you don't have to get back to the same impression either. That's a friggin' myth. Some people want to spew out that nonsense. Like I said, it's a friggin' myth. Doesn't have to go back in the same spot. I never had a leak yet. Transmission vent looked like something that broke off, which of course it isn't, but just saying. Wrap it up the wrong way. And I'll lose my head if it wasn't attached. Well, that ought to make everybody happy right there. It went right back in the same spot. Put that back in, but we leave that one loose. Ooh. The old air filter looks pretty good. Snap, snap. Get your plastic back in here. Snap, snap. And whatever in the Thunder I'd done with the hose. And if anybody is wondering already about the antifreeze, this one here, it's not going to be a big deal, but I'm going to tell him to check later, once this is all circulated and all that good stuff, I'm going to tell him to check this again, because what I'm going to do is we're going to put straight antifreeze in this. I'm going to tighten the clamp up too. Put this back on here after we plug the plug back in, that is. I got all the plugs right here plugged back in. Yeah. Now that's held there a little bit better and not move around. That could be my fitting right there, ladies and gentlemen. I also have a pretty good leak right there. The hose on the expansion tank is leaking. Soapy water, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect for finding leaks. We'll give her some more juice. Just leave the air running. If you need full pressure, that's a great tool right there. Now this thing here is leaking like crazy. It's leaking so much so that it will not hold a vacuum. That's beyond what can hold a vacuum. Now I realize opinions on this may vary. You know, some people don't like hose clamps. Others like the hose clamps better. And then there is the in-between, I don't know. But really, I don't know if I do or do not like the hose clamps. They can be good in one way and bad in another. Still leaking. That's why it's leaking, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you check. That there, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly why you check. I can tighten that hose up till I'm blue in the face. The hose ain't the problem, it's the whole entire reservoir that's cracked. Lovely. Oh, I hate those. These quick clamps, see how they quick the brake. There's even cracks on top of it if you I bet the camera can pick it up better than what I could with what I could see. Crack, crack, and even up here somewhere, I seen there's another crack developing somewhere. Anyway, let me pause you right back up, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, put the new expansion tank on it, and we are now holding pressure and not bleeding back out. Alright, so I'm not going to go through the entire vacuuming the system. Seen me do it 100 times, so I'm not going to go through that. I just wanted to give you a quick look-see what's happening with these vehicles here. So like, subscribe, we'll see you on the next one. Till then.